This is a special message to people who are in the ministry. I have good news and I have bad news. I'm going to give you the good news first because the bad news is going to take me a while to talk about. The good news is that you have a supporter. If you are in any type of ministry where you are serving people and you have a pure heart and you're using your spiritual gifts, congratulations, you're in the zone. Keep moving because you got it, baby. You got it. And I know it's hard sometimes. It makes for some long hours. And you got your haters over in the corner somewhere, but you keep pushing right along because your spiritual connection is strong. You know what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it. And you take your gifts seriously. And you know how to share them and use them to help other people. Kudos to you. So with that being said, the rest of this message does not apply to you unless you simply want to be entertained. Now, the bad news is for the fakers. You know who you are. There are people right now that are in various ministries, civic groups, or whatever, anything having to do with spirituality. They claim that they have this connection. They claim that they're God's child. They claim that they're chosen and all of that, which is not true in a lot of cases because these people fail to have the spiritual and emotional qualities that are required to be that. Well, that's another audio I'll talk about. But these people know for a fact that they have no business in that position. You are associate, executive, assistant, pastor, bishop, rabbi, deacon, minister to the temple, mosque, chapel, church. You got a huge, important position. But you haven't repented for any of your sins. You haven't checked your bullshit attitude at the door. You do not have a strong spiritual connection. You're doing this for clout, or you're doing it in a way to absolve those sins because you figure if you get yourself a high-ranking position in the church, it doesn't matter what you do, that you got to pass. There are some people in this world that actually think that they can do whatever they want, and when it's time to be judged, whenever that is, that the fact that they were associated with a certain group or a certain order or whatever and perform certain duties in that group or order in the name of the Creator, that's just going to erase everything. That's just going to erase everything. Or maybe they think they have a VIP section in their afterlife, whatever they want to indicate that afterlife to be, whether they call it heaven or whatever, whatever name they choose to use. They think they have some kind of spiritual position, but the truth is that they are probably worse in character than people who don't have a connection at all or acknowledge them. And it's really sad. They're literally blind to the fact that they have to provide an example to other people about what they are claiming to believe in. Yes, I'm being facetious, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys were listening. There are people right now that are in the pulpit, that are in ministry, and they know full and darn well they have no business in that position because of what goes on behind closed doors. They figure because the other members of the order or the congregation or whatever don't see it, that it's okay. But they're not the ones you need to concern yourself with. You need to concern yourself with the Creator that you believe in. And these are the ones that are spouting all kind of verses and scriptures and mantras and everything else and trying to lay hands on people and asking them to go with them to this group and this retreat and this seminar and everything else and all these little study groups and prayer groups and everything else, this service and that service and everything else. And the truth is, they know for a fact that they are living a lie in that position. What you need to do is, if you can't handle all that bullshit that's going on in their life, in your life, that has nothing to do with the Creator, you need to step down. Whatever procedure you need to go to the board, go to whatever governing body that assigned you the position, go to your to the head, whoever it is in the group that gave you the position, go to the vice president, or whatever their name is, whoever it is that gave you that position in that particular order. You need to set them aside and say, look, I am not spiritually equipped to handle this position now. Things may happen later on, but as of right now, there are some matters that I need to handle that are going on in my life that are not in line with our spiritual beliefs. And I feel it is not fair to represent our cause if I have these issues. That's what you need to do. Because you got a lot of people that are in positions where they're supposed to be advising people and helping people in situations. And this situation is jacked up off the damn frame. And I'm going to give you one area right now. And I don't care anybody who gets pissed off at me. One area in particular where you got a whole bunch of people in this particular ministry and they ain't got no business there. And that is the marriage counseling. You heard me say it. You got a whole bunch of people that are in the marriage counseling ministry or the marriage counseling spiritual group or whatever, and their marriage is fucked up. And they sitting up here counseling other people's marriages who are fucked up. Y'all know that your shit is not right. And you go out here hand in hand, probably the first time you even touched each other in a year, probably sleep in separate rooms, let alone the same house, probably have separate residences, and y'all sitting up here counseling people's marriages who are in trouble. These people are looking to you for help. And you being hypocrites. You need to resign from that ministry until you can get your marriage situation back on track, because marriage is nothing to play with. I don't care what the world tells you. People can throw people away all they want to in marriage and do whatever they want to do, but marriage is a serious situation, and you don't sit there and play around with that, especially if you're in a spiritual situation. You're supposed to be helping people with theirs, and your marriage is fucked up. How are you going to sit there and tell somebody else how to do something? You better take your asses home. Y'all hear me talking? You need to take both of your asses home and work on your shit. And until you can get it together where you can act like a husband and wife the way a husband and wife should be, as a cohesive, loving couple where people respect each other and want to be around each other the way a couple should be, you need to withdraw from the marriage counseling ministry or marriage counseling group. Step down. Step down and sit down. Because you have a lot of people's lives in your hands and it's not right. Now, if it doesn't apply to you and you're happy, then you don't need to chime in and place any comments in the comment section, because if you place comments in the comment section, that's going to make me question how cohesive your unit is. If you feel you have to brag about it, if you've got it going on, you don't have to tell anybody. People will see it. So be careful how you comment, please. That's my little disclaimer. But yeah, be careful with that. I just wanted to say that, and I'm going to keep it short. But I see a lot of it going on now, and folks are being led in the wrong direction by the wrong folks. Just saying.